I thought today we would do some Christmas gift wrapping, and at the same time I would do the Q&A for some of the questions that you guys have had for me. And if you're new here, you can just get to know me at the same time. Okay, so the first question comes from BookLady8888. We talk all the time here. So you ask me, have I always thrifted and what would I call my style? So yes, I have always thrifted. My mom and me and my two sisters would always go to yard sales and thrift stores when we were kids. Now, estate sales, we never really went to those. That was when I got older, I got into those. And we never really went to flea markets. My granny and her husband at the time would go to auctions. And so sometimes we would go to those and she would bring home a lot of stuff. And she's the one who I would say made me fall in love with kind of like the collected antiques the most. She's always loved those things. She passed away a couple of years ago, but I know now that if she had seen all of these antiques and vintage things that I buy, that she would be so excited about them. So I think a lot of it now too just makes me feel like I'm closer to my granny. And I don't know, it kind of feels like she's with me when I have all of the cool antiques that I find, and then I myself love them too. As for what I would call my style, I would call it probably cottage, but I add in elements of all kinds of different things. So vintage, Victorian, cottage, Grandmacore. I like all of those things, and I guess cottage can kind of have pretty much all of that. So I guess my style will relate mostly to cottagecore, that kind of thing. I love English cottages, but I also like French country cottages. And I don't know, there's something about that style that I think is very cozy. And it's a very collected style with like vintage pieces and modern, and thrifting and DIY all fits into that theme, and I just really enjoy everything about it pretty much. You also ask, do I work? So like a regular 9-to-5 job, I don't. I am a homemaker. My husband does all the income for our household, and then I just take care of stuff at home. So I like to call myself a stay-at-home dog mom. I mean that in a joking way. But yeah, I really do stay home with our dog Sammy and our cat Namu, and I just take care of the house. So that's my job, but it's not your typical 9-to-5. What state do I live in? I live in Arkansas. I have always lived here. I was born here, raised here, and so was my husband. So we have just been Arkansas people for our entire lives, and probably always will be. I do like Arkansas. I like where I live. I like being near my family. So I can't really see myself ever moving away. However, traveling I do like doing. So sometimes we do like to get out of the state and just go look at some other things in the US. And then I have a dream to travel someday to South Korea. I'm actually learning to speak and write Korean right now. I'm a beginner, so I do not know much yet. But I'm hoping to get really good at it before we travel there someday, so that way I can at least get around the country a little bit better. You also asked, do I like to read and what kind of books? So I love to read. When I was a kid, I became obsessed with reading at a very young age. So when we would go to thrift stores and stuff, I would always go to the book section because you could get books for really cheap. Like they would be like 25 cents or cheaper. Sometimes they'd have like 10 for $1. This is when I was a kid. Now you most often find books for like 50 cents to all the way to $2 a piece, which I guess is still good. But yeah, I love books. I like romance books. I like books that help you grow as a person. So I'm a Christian. I like books around Christianity that kind of help you think more, you know, as a Christian or grow in that way. I love the Bible, of course. It has Jesus in it. So I love the Bible. And then I love books about homemaking. I like home decor books. I have some of those. And then I even have some books over like cleaning and organizing, things like that. So anything to do with like homemaking, helping yourself grow as a Christian and a wife and a homemaker. And then for enjoyment, it would be romance books. My favorite one is called Wednesday's Child. I read it when I think was a teenager, but it's a Christian romance book, and this girl, she grows up in a very wealthy family, and then basically something happens, her family loses all their fortune, and she goes through a lot of trials and gets closer to God through all of this because she goes through so much. She has to find someone to lean on. And it has a romance story built into it, but it's more about her and her growth as a person and getting closer to God. And I've read it so many times, and I will continue to read it every now and then when I'm in the mood for it. But I absolutely love that book. I'll actually link it below in case any of you also like Christian romance and books that are kind of about growing as a person. I'll put that down in the description for you. So you also asked me what got me into posting videos. I think it's just that I enjoy YouTube so much myself. I love watching YouTube videos. I have for a really long time. And then one day it just occurred to me, I was like, I want to be a part of YouTube as well. And I really didn't know what I was going to post. I actually had a fashion channel before. I didn't do it for very long because I quickly realized the fashion videos is not really what I wanted to do. But I did maybe like 9 or 10 videos on that channel before I took it down. And then I went into homemaking. So like 3 years ago I did. And then some stuff in life happened and I couldn't post for quite a while. So now that I'm getting back into it, like I started doing more of the things that I actually enjoy doing, which is thrifting and sharing what I buy, decorating. I live in an old house, so I like to share stuff that has to do with like fixing up my house and things like that. So just stuff like that. I think I have such a passion for it. It makes it very fun to be able to share it online with people who also like those same things. So it's really fun to me. Like when I put up a thrift haul and you guys comment like your favorite stuff or how you're decorating your house, and you talk about the kind of things that you're into, and you also share your knowledge, which is really helpful because I'm trying to learn about some of the old things that I find. So it's really nice when you guys share your knowledge. I appreciate that so much. So yeah, I just really love YouTube and I enjoy creating things. And so I get to take two things that I love doing and share it with other people. And I get to meet a lot of really cool people like all of you, which is really exciting. I never expected to find the community that I have found on here. I never even thought of that. And now I have made so many good friends from YouTube, and it's just awesome to have that. So it really motivates me to keep posting. Sometimes when I'm feeling like kind of tired, I'm like, I don't know if I want to post this week. I just think about all of you guys and like how you're gonna, you know, talk with me about the things that I found or how I'm decorating or whatever it is that I'm doing. And it just means a lot that you guys take your time to, you know, like be involved in my life. So now I would say it's because I just love the community on here. But originally it's just because I wanted to be a part of YouTube. And I think filming and creating videos is actually fun. Okay, so the next set of questions is from Cottagetime3336. So you said, where did you grow up? I did address that. I grew up in Arkansas. How did you meet your husband? Okay, so me and my husband Tommy, we both did a lot of the same youth group things when we were teenagers. And he actually seen me first. So he told me, I guess he had seen me at one of these youth group gatherings, and he liked me or thought I was pretty. And anyways, he actually started messaging me on Facebook, and I knew that I had kind of seen him before, and I had a friend at the time who knew him really well. They were actually like best friends. So it was kind of through friends, kind of through youth group, and kind of through Facebook, like 3 different ways. But yeah, we got together in 2010, and then we started dating. We got engaged in 2011 and married in 2012. And now we have been together for a little over 12 years. So that's really cool. Okay, and then you said, does he like thrifting with you? Yes, he does. I think when I first got into thrifting, he maybe was not as thrilled with it, but now that he's like actually gone out and done it more with me, he agrees that it's actually super fun. And I think he told me once that his favorite are estate sales. I don't know what it is about estate sales. They are just so fun, and I feel like you find some of the best stuff at estate sales. I think it's because when you go to one, maybe this person had like the same style as you, and so you can just find everything you want in your style at this one place. And that's just so cool. And also too, it's just neat to see like the things that people collected over the years and the things that they loved. I just find that very interesting. But yes, he does like thrifting with me, and he actually keeps an eye out for stuff too. You asked also, what is my favorite thing to thrift? Books would be one of them. I love thrifting books because you can get them at really great prices compared to when you buy them new. I almost never buy new books, actually. I don't even remember the last time I bought, oh, I take that back. I bought a couple of new books on Amazon, but yeah. I mostly like thrifting books and then vintage brass. I love vintage brass so much. I just think it's so pretty. And so you'll notice in a lot of my thrift hauls, you will see vintage brass a lot, because usually if I find it, there's almost no style or object of it that I won't buy when it comes to like home decor stuff. I just absolutely love it. So yeah, probably books and vintage brass would be my favorite things to thrift. Okay, so my thrifted home 214 asked, what got you into cottagecore? I guess that would kind of be my granny, but also I love movies like Pride and Prejudice. The Keira Knightley version I think is way better than the older one. You'll have to let me know down below which one is your favorite. But anyways, I love Pride and Prejudice, and to me that's a very Victorian cottage style. Like the house that they live in and the colors of it and everything. And then I love Anne of Green Gables, Little House on the Prairie. And those are very cottage feeling to me, like cabin, rustic, that kind of thing. And then of course things like Pinterest and YouTube and Instagram. I look at things online and I watch videos, stuff like that. And I don't know, the style is very cozy. And I love too that, like, I feel like cottagecore, it's very easy to thrift stuff within that style. And I don't know, it just kind of turns into a cottage look. I think cottage is about taking your own style and collecting it and putting it all together, and it comes out as this very homey feel because it's like uniquely you. So I think that's one of the biggest reasons I love cottage stuff. Okay, next we have Miss Tammy Levener. She said, how long have you been married and where are you both originally from? So I already answered this question. But yeah, I've been married a little over 12 years in Arkansas. I probably will always be here, I imagine. I can't imagine myself living anywhere else. But anyways, that is all the questions. I didn't have a whole lot of them. But thank you so much to those of you who asked. That was very sweet of y'all to be interested in my life. And I would like to take this time to say I really appreciate every single one of you that watch these videos of mine and that are interested in the things that I buy when I thrift, and you watch my home decor stuff. It really means a lot that like people want to come to my channel and actually see what videos I put out. I was so scared of that when I first started my channel. I was like, I wonder if anyone's even going to want to watch these. And you know what? I have met some amazing people on here, you guys, and we have become friends and we talk to each other, and I look forward to talking to you. And I'm just so thankful for that. It means the world to me. So thank you so much to all of you that take some of your precious time to watch my videos and see what I create on here. It really means the world to me, and I just thank you so much for that. Well, I managed to get one gift wrapped, but that's okay. When talking and wrapping at the same time is a little more challenging than I expected.
Merry Christmas to you all. God bless each and every one of you, and I will see you next time. Bye.